Today we're talking all things money. I am going to share with you my top tips from the book Monetization Tips from Influencer by Brittany Hennessy, How Influencers Pitch, Price and Land Brand Deals. Brittany is an influencer and founder of social media for creatives. In her book, she shares her experience working with hundreds of influencers over the last 5 years and takes you through everything you need to know about monetizing your social media presence. If you're new here, I review books and courses to help you get to 10K on social media and grow your business. Let's jump into it. Chapter 1, Know Your Worth. This is where so many people go wrong. They don't understand the value they bring to the table, and therefore they don't charge what they are worth. We often see influencers with large followings, but they have not been able to monetize that following because they do and think they deserve to be paid for an authentic post that features a brand or a product. It's important to remember that brands are willing to pay thousands of dollars for one Instagram post because they know their target audience is highly engaged with their favorite influencers. Chapter 1 covers how to determine your worth based on your reach, engagement, and niche. And this is important before moving on to pitching brands. Chapter 2, Finding a Niche. If you're just starting out, you might not have a clear idea of who you want to work with. But as you read through the book, you will start to see which brands align with your personal brand and target audience. For example, if you're an outdoorsy type person, it doesn't make sense to pitch to a skincare company because your audience is not interested in that, and therefore the brand is not going to hire you. Take some time to write down your interests, passions, and hobbies, and then research brands within those areas. Chapter 3, Growing Your Following. This is where a lot of pressure is taken off of you as an influencer, because yes, growing your following is a way to increase your rate, but it's not the only thing that determines your rate. The bigger your following, the more exposure the brand gets, and therefore the more they have to pay. However, having a smaller following does not mean you can't land brand deals. It just means you might have to get a little bit more creative. I love this chapter because Brittany emphasizes that you should focus on creating valuable content that your audience loves rather than trying to grow your following as fast as possible. Focus on producing high-quality content and growing your audience organically. Chapter 4, Building Relationships. One of the best ways to land brand deals is to build relationships with brands before reaching out. Start by following their social media accounts, engaging with their content, and attending events. By building relationships with brands and individuals who work there, you increase your chances of landing a brand deal. This was such an eye-opening chapter for me because I realized that most brands do not receive hundreds of emails a day from influencers trying to collaborate. Instead, they receive thousands. Therefore, you need to find a way to stand out. Building relationships and showing brands that you are a real human being helps you connect with them on a more personal level. Chapter 5, Pitching Brands. This is where all of your efforts come together and you land brand deals. Before reaching out to brands, compile a list of everyone you love to work with. Then personalize your message when reaching out. Don't copy and paste. Take the time to introduce yourself, express why you're interested in collaborating, and give suggestions on how you can work together. I love the tip that Brittany gives in this chapter to send a follow-up email 48 hours after you've reached out. You definitely want to follow up, but you also don't want to be annoying. So 48 hours is the perfect amount of time to wait. And that's a wrap. These were my top 3 takeaways from monetization tips from Influencer. Remember that monetizing your social media presence takes time and effort. It's not going to happen overnight. So stick with it and keep learning. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.